A better route. Chapter 88. Naruto was really hoping that whatever Hinata could observe with what he was doing and able to figure out what was wrong with the waterfall splitting, because he's staring to go insane from this routine of failure. He raised his hands up to start the exercise while she activated her Byakugan. Alright Naruto-kun, whenever you're ready, you may begin. Naruto nodded and started focusing to where he was channeling chakra through his hands and tried to split the waterfall. The water began to part a little bit, and for a brief second, Naruto thought this might be the one. Sadly, that moment passed as the water soon started going crazy again and Naruto couldn't keep it going anymore. Panting, he stopped and waited for Hinata's analysis. Hinata had a look on her face that clearly showed confusion. Naruto-kun, have you been doing something differently with your chakra? Naruto shook his head. No, I'm doing it the same way I did the leaf-cutting one. Why, is there something different you notice? Hinata had to take a moment before answering. From what I saw, your chakra has a funky appearance to it, than what it should look like. It's almost like you're trying to have poor control. If anyone were to describe Naruto's expression, they would describe it as dumbstruck as to what he was hearing. Wait a minute, how could my chakra control suddenly get worse? Hinata then realized something in particular that could have caused the problem. It looked like the problem was originating from the Kyuubi's seal. Naruto knew exactly what she was thinking as he heard that. Hinata-chan, I've got control over the Kyuubi now, there's absolutely no way he could be influencing any of my control. Hinata didn't seem convinced at all. Well, from what I saw, it looks like he is. You might want to look into this, Naruto-kun. It's kind of hard to do this if your chakra control is shot to hell. Naruto groaned. When is this damn fox gonna stop screwing with my life? Hinata gave him a little kiss on the cheek. It's a burden you've got to bear, sweetie, and you've always been one to be proud of it. Naruto sat down and folded his legs. Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'd have to like it. Hinata raised an eyebrow at his actions. What are you doing? Naruto realized he'd never actually told her how he contacted the Kyuubi. Oh, I've got to meditate to talk to the Kyuubi. This is the last time this fuzzy asshole is gonna screw with my chakra. Hinata always thought it was hilarious the way Naruto sounded when he wanted to talk to the Kyuubi. I'd like to say don't get yourself killed, but frankly I'm more worried about you hurting the Kyuubi. Naruto smirked and got ready to see the Kyuubi. Damn straight, you've got that right. Naruto woke up in the usual sewer and didn't even bother looking around this time. Instead, he immediately rushed right to the Kyuubi. Hey ya big plushie. What in the hell are you doing with my chakra? Kyuubi rolled his eyes. What in the hell is your problem? Give me a break already, I was taking a nap and I haven't been affecting your chakra. Naruto wasn't buying it. You heard what Hinata-chan said, the problem is coming from you, damn it. Kyuubi already realized what the problem was. Hey you dumbfuck, I'm not that's the one doing that. The only reason this is happening would be because you forced control over my chakra, your body is taking in more of it at an increasing amount all of a sudden and now you've got to completely relearn your chakra control because your chakra is not increasing at a slow pacing rate unlike most people. Naruto went pale. You're kidding me, right? I mean this is a practical joke of some kind, right? Kyuubi chuckled at his reaction. Afraid not, Kit. Of course you could always just give me back control and just work with your own chakra. Naruto was annoyed. Can't you just regulate it so that it doesn't fuck up my control or keep it and give it to me when I actually do need it? Kyuubi scoffed. What in the hell makes you think I'll ever work with you? Naruto wanted to reach through the bars and strangle the damned fox. I'm trying to cooperate with you. Why can't you work out any compromise with me? At that outburst, the Kyuubi had tolerated it no longer and was infuriated, especially after centuries-long amount of anger. Why am I refusing so much? Fine, I'll tell you. Since the beginning of my life I've been nothing but a weapon used as people see fit. I've never been a living breathing thing with emotions or feelings, just a tool. There have been days I actually have trouble remembering my own name for crying out loud from all the anger you humans have caused me. This made Naruto start to feel some guilt. You have a name? The Kyuubi slammed his paw onto the ground. Kurama. My name is Kurama. Naruto was finally starting to see the big picture, so it's not that you don't trust me. Kurama finished, I don't trust any single one of you worthless humans. Naruto, for the first time in his life, wasn't sure what to say, and then I went and took your power from you. I just turned out like everyone else. Kurama nodded, you finally get it through that thick skull of yours. I've been robbed of one of the most fundamental rights of any creature in the world, my identity. No one thinks of me as anything but a weapon. Naruto cringed, I guess I never thought of all of that. Kurama turned around and looked away from Naruto, no one ever does, kid, you humans always fear things that seem different to you. Naruto never thought he'd say this in his life, I'm sorry Kurama. I've always tried to pride myself on trying to put myself in someone else's shoes and not judge them too quickly, but from what you told me, I really messed up with you. Kurama was actually starting to think the kid sounded genuine, but still felt skeptical about it. Still nonetheless he said, yes, you did. Thank you for calling me by my name by the way. Naruto looked at the ground, is there anything I can do to make this up to you? Kurama knew that there wasn't, yeah right, don't make me laugh, if you want to help me with my problems, then you're gonna have to be in my service for a long time. Although, regarding your predicament with your control, I'll make you a deal, you just give me enough control to let me tweak with your chakra and I'll get things back on track. Naruto couldn't believe what he was hearing, why would you do that for me after everything I've done to try make things better? Kurama sighed, don't get me wrong, I really don't like you, in fact, I still despise you at times, however, you're easily the best container I've had to date so far, so if I'm gonna work with anyone it's gonna be you. Not to mention we've got the Akatsuki coming after us and at least you can be tolerable at times, until we've gotten rid of the Akatsuki I'll at least help you a little bit. Naruto didn't know how to react, thank you Kurama, I'll do whatever I can to repay you when the time comes. Kurama could see he actually meant it, just hearing acknowledge that I've had difficult life so far and trying to start being treated decently means a lot to me, however, don't get some crazy idea that we're friends now, because we're not. I think partners should suffice for now, got it? Naruto had really been expecting a different outcome with all of this, got it? I'll give you some control now and you can get to work. Kurama was content with that for now at least, great, now get out, I can't concentrate if you're here. Naruto didn't like his tone, but he figured he should take this one step at a time, alright, I'll try and talk to you soon. Naruto's figure began to fade and Kurama gave a deep sigh. That damn kit was growing on him, and he didn't even mind, to think that the nine-tailed fox was starting to get soft for one human. Naruto woke up with Hinata eyeing carefully, so how'd it go? Naruto wasn't about to try and explain all of it to her so he just gave her the shortened answer, it went well. Let's give the waterfall splitting another shot, I think it's going to go a lot better this time. Danzo sat patiently waiting for Sai to arrive with the scrolls he'd been waiting weeks for. While he was waiting, standing next to him, with his hands tied behind his back and two guards keeping a close eye on him, was the Leaf's now infamous traitor Kabuto. It was thanks to Danzo that he hadn't been executed, but Kabuto wasn't exactly showing any happiness about it. Kabuto mumbled to the old fool, you should have just let me die. Danzo disagreed, if you had died then you wouldn't have given me all of that wonderful information about Orochimaru's bases we had yet to acquire. Kabuto gave Danzo a menacing glare, I didn't give you that information willingly, you tortured me to tell you information until I told you what you wanted to know. Danzo had never any issue with torture as a means for gaining information and he even allowed for it to go even farther than most would let it, same thing in my eyes. Kabuto growled furiously at him, will you ever just leave me alone? How many times have you kept it a means to an end, to ruin my life? Danzo never was one to feel very guilty about anything, I do what I have to do, make sure the leaf stays safe. After all, you should be one to talk after siding with Orochimaru. Kabuto was shaking in anger. You lied to me. For years I lived on my own without as so much as a name, and then I finally found a family and happiness for the first time in my life. That orphanage took me in like family and gave me the life I'd always dreamed about. Then that all changed when you came along and ruined everything. Danzo wasn't bothered at all by the sudden outburst. Instead, he just calmly replied, "You made your choice, I only instead offered to any one of you to join me." Kabuto had enough at that point. You told me if I joined you, you wouldn't take mother away from the orphanage, but you turned right around and broke your promise. Do you have any idea how many people like me she helped save? Danzo didn't show any emotion, he just took a match and lit his pipe. That was your deal as well as hers. She made a deal that if she left and returned to going undercover, we'd update her on your progress. Kabuto couldn't believe this guy, but you didn't. You slowly brainwashed her to the point that she couldn't even recognize me. Even with all the insults Danzo was receiving, he still continued to ignore it. Honestly, you're so naive about the world. Either you're getting screwed over in this world or the one who's doing the screwing. You've got to choose which, you are my boy, otherwise you'll stay the sad sack of shit you are right now. Kabuto was shocked at how little this man cared about humanity. There really is no helping someone as arrogant like you, is there? Danzo chuckled, I don't need to be helped, brat. Now why don't you enlighten me as to why Orochimaru had to use one of his old bases to complete his research on the Sound Five? Kabuto figured he had nothing to lose at this point. It was the first time he was trying to integrate bloodlines with his curse marks, and he needed some of his old equipment to properly attempt it. Apparently there was some equipment that had been too big to move quickly when he'd been forced to leave, and he still needed it for whatever procedures it involved. He thought it would be safer to keep the notes there because people would be less likely to find it here. Why do you need to use them anyways? Danzo had thought this through ages ago. Those notes are crucial for performing some of the experiments I intend to restart on some Root members. Once I have them, I can improve some of the bloodlines we've got in Root at a ridiculous level. I see no chance on passing that up. Just as he finished talking, Sai walked in carrying what appeared to be around a dozen scrolls. His immediate response was to throw them on the ground. I'm guessing these are what you were looking for? They had the description of the mark you gave me on them. Danzo just picked up one of the scrolls and looked at it and nodded. These would be the ones, yes. Thank you very much for acquiring them. Sai snorted, it was just plain cruel sending me down there. Danzo picked up the rest of the scrolls. Yes it was, but you're the only one who could get in there that I trusted, and it's your own problem to worry about, not mine. Sai stormed at him by shouting, screw you, while he walked off. Danzo watched him leave with a little gratitude in his eyes. It really was too bad he didn't want to work with Root Willing. He was just so damn good at what he did.